I'll give it to Corn first is what is African-centered education? Like, what is that? What is
Yes,
that word? What is the pedagogy?
yes, such a good question. So oftentimes we don't recognize it, but all pedagogy is based on ethos. It's based on, and our ethos is our beliefs, our cultural values that we hold. So if we think about the ethos that we're based on right now, that this educational system is based on, we have this dichotomy between our mind and our bodies, right? Whereas the rationale is supposedly coming forth. We have a system of education that's based on what society, what the particular social economic motivations are of the society. We have an educational system that's based on really factor industrial model when you think about being out to plummet the land and
Mm-hmm.
taking versus being in right relation with it. So when we think about an African ethos and African centered education, we are we are thinking about unity in general. We're thinking about the unity of the heart and mind. We're thinking about the community and unity of people together. We're talking about the spiritual essence of our being, which is in itself one of community, one of
Mm-hmm.
one of Ubuntu. I don't just become. The
Yeah.
community makes me. I am because we are, um, and that's the spirit in which we we think about kind of the three prongs. I think about three prongs of African-centered education being the role of the community, the role of the teacher, and the role of the child.
Yeah. Almost like Montessori.
Yeah, almost like Montessori. But when you think of it, it's, we in Montessori they talk about like the development of the child, right? But what about the development of the community? That the
Mm.
society is the living cosmos, right?
Yeah.
So the child will become a more better human, but society needs to become and evolve, right, into the divinity in the cosmos that it's supposed to be in. And
Yeah.
so that is the anchor for our child's development. We call that in the Keynesian term, that's called the dingo dingo.
Mm.
So that is the preparation of the environment, this respect for nature, right? This opportunity that we have to observe the way that our children are becoming incorporated into community. So right,
Mm-hmm.
that used to be rites of passage, right? How do we become incorporated? So there wasn't this thought that just number one, a person could be born and then just be a human. It's a
Yeah.
process of becoming, right? And we
Yeah.
recognize that because what does it take? It takes empathy. It takes, it takes community. It takes responsibility. It takes being able to both see reality, and this is what I love about Montessori, does that too, see reality as it is and recognize where it should be. That critical
Yeah.
awareness, that lens. And that is, for those of you who know, or may not know, that is Ma'at,
Mm-hmm.
not the wings of justice. So the role of the teacher is that of Ma'at. The role of the teacher is to be able to advocate, recognize, incorporate the child into society where they need to be, right? And advocate for where it is that they are to where it is that they need to go. And what do we use? We use our African materials, our African reality, so that we can change and grow, just like we need to do with the
Yeah.
cosmos. And so
Yeah.
having a child, that doesn't mean that there's not that space for quote unquote individualism to strengthen your individual nature, because the child, the Nzi, is the living sun. This is
Mm-hmm.
solid, and everything is based on. We understood that the children were the foundation of our future,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So everything in African pedagogy is very child centered.
Yeah.
So I'll leave
Tiara,
that.
do you, yeah, do you want to add anything to that, Tiara?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be brief.